65 on the beach. Saturday the 15th of February at BT Tripla.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next fight will be fought in the light heavyweight division. To the blue corner, Vanderlei Jr.
Every second of this walk-in count, we now have Vanderlei Jr. all the way from Brazil. He's sporting 100% finishing rate with 2 first-round knockouts and 1 second-round knockout as well. He is currently riding a losing streak though, so he's gonna need to turn things around. But win or lose, this is a guy that leaves it all inside the cage every single time. In 7 bouts, he's only been through a judge's scorecard once in his entire career, and that really says something about the kind of fighter that he is. And another thing that says something about the kind of fighter that he is, how about the fact that he trains out of the world-famous jiu-jutsu, home of Vanderlei Silva, Mauricio Shogunrua, and many of the best Brazilian fighters that have ever walked this planet.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that his kill or be killed kind of mentality, that go out on your, or excuse me, come back with your shield or on it mentality is pretty clear when you consider where he comes from. And all of his fights, as you mentioned, have ended in a finish. So that's an obvious kill or be killed mentality.
Definitely.
And he takes his one-man knockout show on the road on occasion, as he's had fights in the likes of Cage Warriors and so forth. Earlier this year, even, where he fought Francesco Mazzeo. This is an exciting matchup on the whole, but it's a tough one, specifically if you fancy yourself something of a striker and you're going to get in there against the likes of Riku Urholin.
Yeah, that is not an enviable task, that is for sure.
No, but if you've got knockout power, hey, sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah.
And Vanderlei Jr. seems to have that in spades.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every single one of his victories by way of knockout or TKO, including a regional title winning bout in October of 2018.
To the red corner, Riku Urholin.
In case you couldn't tell, Riku Urholin is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. But he's also in recent years worked hard around at his striking and to become a more complete mixed martial artist, and he's looking to put that on display here tonight. He is a top Nordic light heavyweight. It's a bit quiet these days at light heavyweight here in the Nordics, but he has incredible grappling acumen. He's a multiple-time European champion in no-gi Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He's got suffocating top control, and he's excellent against the cage. All of that is to say that his grappling acumen is exceptional. And I think he's going to look to put that on display here tonight to make sure that Vanderlei Jr. cannot get off any good, clean, hard shots like he might want to. Riku Urholin, however, he's a finishing machine himself. He's never been to a third round, and he's now on a 3-5 win streak, with his latest coming via rear naked choke in round 1. I'm excited to see this matchup. It's always exciting when big heavy boys like this, get in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And two heavy finishers on top of that as well, as he mentioned. I mean, Riku Urholin really has turned things around as well. I mean, had a bit of a tough, rocky start to his pro career. We went 1-2, but like you said, still been a 3-fight winning streak, and he is, of course, looking to make that, add on to that, and make it a 4-fight winning streak if he can get his way.
Absolutely, and probably looking for another finish here tonight. Urholin looks composed.
And he's really, I feel, he's starting to look more and more like a light heavyweight as opposed to a heavyweight who's moved down. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape here. As you can see, Vanderlei Jr. slightly taller, slightly reachier, similar stats all around the boards. But with that out of the way, let's hand it over to the official introductions.
In the blue corner, fighter with a professional record of 3 wins and 3 losses, weighing 93 kilos, fighting out of Brazil, Vanderlei Jr. And in the red corner, fighter with a professional record of 4 wins and 2 losses, weighing 93.1 kilos, fighting out of Pori, Finland, Riku the Discipline Urholin!
All right, here we had it. Riku Urholin versus Vanderlei Jr. A wild striker looking to take on a grappling master. And of course, as you mentioned, there is that height advantage there that you can see. Actually can't see.
Yeah, they look almost as tall. If not, Urholin's looking like 1 centimeter taller, perhaps.
Yeah.
But
interesting. Let's see if there ends up being a reach advantage after all for Vanderlei Jr. either.
yeah, we'll
Of course, that doesn't really matter as much if you end up on your back.
Yeah.
You know, it can help, of course, but not in the kind of like slight amounts we're talking here. Now we're underway.
Classic old school matchup, striker versus grappler.
Vanderlei Jr. eats a couple shots as he gets pushed to the cage here.
And it was
And
pumping that
Urholin,
jab out.
yep, Urholin grabs a hold of that single leg. Vanderlei Jr. looks to try and maybe, go for override.
Welcome to Slam City, where Riku Urholin is the mayor, apparently. Right into side control. A fantastic start to the fight for the Finn.
My brain just instantly went to, what do I know about municipal politics, trying to make a joke. I was like, perhaps pro tempore. I don't know. At any rate, Urholin has that elbow getting ready to, apparently back elbow the skull of Vanderlei Jr.
Yeah, some decent short shots there, but so far nothing that really will turn the tide of battle, so to speak. Not a whole lot of offense there from Urholin.
No, it's still early days. I think he's trying to get a feel for what it is that Vanderlei Jr. has on the mat. Get a little bit of those softening blows in, try and create an opening of some kind for himself. He's not applying a lot of pressure like I would expect him to here in terms of, chest to chest. There is a good deal of space. And that's why he's got that knee now, blocking the arm and on the neck briefly of Vanderlei Jr., trying to get some shots off there. And look, he does have great top control here, and he does have an ability to really clock you. He's got good ground and pound.
Yeah, and he's taking his time here now advanced to the full mount.
Yeah, this is not where you want to be if you're Vanderlei Jr.
Oh, definitely not. This is probably the last place on the planet right now.
Yeah, a talented, heavy, hard-hitting Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt has now got his elbow on your throat.
There's something almost unsettling with, the calm demeanor that Urholin has in these brutal positions.
Oh, sneaks one in there. Oh, and another one through. Just methodically looking for his shots and taking them where he can. softening Vanderlei Jr. up. And always, of course, dangerous from a submission perspective. So if you give him something here in trying to defend yourself from having your skull crushed, he will take it. And whether that's, a choke or if you give up your back, whatever the case may be, you cannot make mistakes against Riku Urholin. And that's all too easy to do when you're getting thumped on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That is why ground and pound really does change grappling. And those shots really got Vanderlei Jr.'s attention. He's looking more and more hapless and helpless with every second that goes by.
Oh, and Urholin is just taking his time here, softening him up, looking for hard shots now. And he's cracking him. Yeah, and that rear naked choke is in, and blood is pouring out of the face of Vanderlei Jr. as he taps to Riku Urholin. The discipline does it again.
There you have, make it 4 straight victories, every single one by first round finish. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Riku Urholin.
Riku Urholin is really coming into his own here, and it's incredible to see.
Yeah, I mean, for him, no, it looked like he was, standing in line of a supermarket or something with a calm demeanor that he had throughout this whole fight. It was like he already knew he had the victory in the bag almost.
Yeah, absolutely. Very confident in his ability to win here tonight and improves himself to 5-2. With his brother, Jesse Urholin, another exceptional fighter in his corner.
Absolutely.
Now let's see here. We've got Riku Urholin pressuring up against the cage, and Vanderlei Jr. attempts to sink his arms in, for a choke, but he just gets taken for a ride, and that really started the beginning of the end there.
Yeah, I mean, once you get Riku Urholin on top of you, it's gonna be a gargantuan task to get him off. Here we saw
it's going to be a guided tour through Slam City, which he is the mayor of.
Exactly.
As he slams you repeatedly in the face with just relentless ground and pound. Methodical, though, he didn't tire himself out. Look at him, not even heavy breathing.
Yeah, looks like he could go again.
Composed, disciplined. And here you see that rear naked choke after he battered him a bit, and it just takes the victory clean and easy. Not a mark on the man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight ends after 3 minutes and 18 seconds of the first round. Winner by rear naked choke, Riku the Discipline Urholin!
First round victory in a row for Riku the Discipline Urholin. Another tremendous performance. Let's hear what he has to say here tonight to Velko.
Riku, onneksi olkoon. Ensimmäisessä erässä pantiin poikki.
Joo, onnistuin tavoitteessani, eli jos mä en ihan väärin muista, niin mä vissiin osuin kerran siinä pystys. Että en huitonut vaan ilmaa niin kuin kaikissa muissa matseissa, niin se oli mun tavoite, onnistuin.
Minun laskujen mukaan osuit kyllä siinä, että ollaan samaa mieltä siitä. Miltä muuten toi meno tuntui tuossa vajaan erän aikana?
Hyvältä.
Ei muuta, mitä seuraavaksi?
Seuraavaksi otellaan lisää. En tiedä vielä missä, mutta toivottavasti pian.
Toivottavasti nähdään sinut täällä taas mahdollisimman pian.
Kyllä. Ja kiitos vielä kaikille, ketkä tulitte katsomaan. Te olette mahtavia. Kiitos.
Riku Urholin!
I think he's saying he hopes to be back here soon. Correct me if I'm wrong. I guess you could, Sebastian, sorry about that.
I'm going to be the last one to correct you on that one. I understood Kitos.
That's enough.
But another fantastic performance from Urholin. Really starting to become a guy to keep your eye on here at the heavier divisions in Northern Europe.
Yeah, absolutely. Tremendous performance from him here tonight, and I'm excited to see what he does next.
Cage on the beat, here we go!
Cage 65 on the beach. Saturday the 15th of February at BT Tripla.